just do it, get it done. Till it's done, then I'm done. All I'm gonna do is just do it, get it done. Till it's done, then I'm done.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Major back with another episode of the Majorvation Podcast, where we talk about all things inspirational, aspirational, and motivational. This month, I have been going on a gym tour, just speaking with a lot of local business owners and gym owners that are doing great things, that are focusing on health and also wellness, and also getting those fit bodies ready for the summer. Today, I did not disappoint you guys. I got two amazing guests, two owners of CTZN Fitness locally in Murrieta. I have Justin and I have Luke that are going to share some insight in regards to their why they created this, why they love it, and what encourages them to continue to push forward with this type of brand of business. Without further ado, Justin and Luke, welcome to the Majorvation Podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Pleasure, as always.
Absolutely. So, all right, CTZN. Let's discuss the name first. CTZN Fitness, right? What does CTZN mean to you guys, and can you kind of walk us around the creation of CTZN Fitness?
CTZN's an acronym for Comprehensive Training Zone, but we just thought it looked cool, and then the acronym worked. We're all about comprehensive training. The brainchild was really providing a higher service than what we've seen in gyms that we've worked in. Justin and I have a big background in gyms, both around 15 years each. And we've gone through it from the boutique side to the corporate side. And yeah, we wanted to provide people with a higher level of service, higher qualified staff, and make it really results focused.
Let's take it back further though. So beyond you guys being the owners of CTZN Fitness and being the entrepreneurs and business owners that you are, as you mentioned, you guys started out in the fitness industry as far as trainers back in the day. Kind of walk me through that process of your introduction to fitness as a trainer, working with other establishments. Was that something that was already on your radar, or is it something that both of you guys kind of fell into individually?
Always been a fitness guy. I'm a mountain biker, is my sport, mountain biking, New Zealand representative through that. And I went to school for it, mostly for my own benefits initially. And then I fell in love with training. I fell in love with kind of the healthy lifestyle. And it became a real passion of mine, and I wanted to share it with people.
And you, Justin?
I feel like I was basically born in a gym. My whole entire life, my father, was the vice president of a very, very big corporate chain. So he oversaw, hundreds and hundreds of gyms and franchise, since I was a little kid back in the 80s. So it was like, for me, I didn't know anything different.
No, that's fantastic. It's funny that you mentioned, in regards to the atmosphere. I remember talking to one of my cousins. He's in Dallas, Texas, and he's a personal trainer. And I basically asked him foundationally, like, what made you get into it? Let's just say his answer was vastly different than you guys. He was just like,
okay.
Have you seen the women at the gym these days?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Literally, that's what his mind was.
Yeah. That was why we got in originally.
Yeah. Married men now.
Yeah.
But it worked out for him. He ended up finding his wife. So I mean,
good on him. That's it.
That's good.
One real quick, I wanted to just share the amazing work that the Majorvation Podcast is doing. We're already getting so many great testimonials because of the guests that we've had on and the stories that they've shared and their actual testimonies about their success and their journey. And that journey and their successes are helping other people fulfill their missions in life. And that's super important. And that's the point and purpose of the Majorvation Podcast. We talk about all things inspirational, aspirational, and motivational. And now we are expanding our reach and saying, hey, if you have a personal brand, if you have a business, if you have a service, and you would like to advertise on the Majorvation Podcast, feel free to reach out to us at the Majorvation Podcast at gmail.com, or send me a DM or jump in the comments, and we will follow back up with you. We have pre-roll, we have post-roll, we have also sponsored advertisements that are available slots. So reach out to us now. Get your opportunity to be seen by so many people with so many influential speakers on this podcast.
That's good. It's funny, I met my wife through the gym stuff too, so it's all good. I mean, different location and setting, but because of a gym experience, that's why I met her. So
right.
Yeah,
so I've always cracked up when he gave me that response. You guys just gave like the best, the accurate response, right? But he went straight for the jugular. He was like, man, he said spandex, right? And that was
right. Yeah.
So on the lighter side, like, what are some of the highlights in regards to what you get from it? I know you guys talk about professionalism and adding the value, but like what really fuels you? Is it the interactions with people? Is it the results that your gym provides? Like what are some of the things that feed you guys to actually live in the purpose of getting up every single day and going and do what you do?
Yeah, and sure, I'll speak for myself again, and I'm pretty sure we're fairly aligned on this. But you get someone coming in who's, let's say, struggled with weight their whole life, or yeah, let's talk about weight, because that's probably the biggest thing. 80% of people come into the gym usually for a weight loss purpose, and you see someone who's struggled, they've tried all the diets, they've tried all the workouts that they think, and then you sit down with them, you talk to them, tap into their why, and then create a program based off of their goals, and then seeing them go from where they started to hitting that goal, and going from dragging into the gym, hating every minute of it, through to seeing seeing those results come, and then that intrinsic motivation from within, kicking in, and then them loving it, and then you creating this whole cycle. It's it's goosebump material, man. Like,
And you, Justin?
I mean, I'll echo that. I mean, it's exactly that. It's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing more you need to say to that piece. I think at the end of the day, that is what fills the cup, right? Is there's that integrity to what you do in business, and when you're able to actually get somebody from point A to point Z, right, without all the in betweens, but also keep them. And I think that's the part that even ourselves in the corporate world and in the structure, like we've been through jobs, right? We've been through corporations and different opportunities, and it's the same journey that a person goes through in the gym, as they're going through these ups and downs to find that right place that makes them feel like they're home. And
How was the transition initially? Obviously, I came to your gym, your facility. It's first of all, it's inviting, it's clean. Everyone was courteous, and it seems like everyone is having a good time when I seen them working out. But how was the transition for you? And I know, Justin, you said you kind of grew up in this environment very early on, but were there some things that you took away working in the box gyms that you guys were able to apply to what you guys are doing right now that has been a success? And also talk about some of the mistakes and shortcomings you guys have had that you've had to correct along the way.
I think all this stuff from big box, it's the purpose of what our gym was created as well, right? Is taking everything that people love about big box and removing the nonsense, right? Those billion things, right? The contractual issues, that feeling like a barcode situation, is keeping that very personal. I think that was an easy transition. I don't think that's something that him and I even had to go, oh man, we need to make sure we do this. It's a natural thing for us. Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. Talk about some of the beginning process. So Citizen Fitness, as it is now, is this the first location? Am I correct? Or were there locations before this?
this is the first one. Yeah, this is our brainchild. So
Okay.
it came from nothing. Yeah, first
Okay.
one,
So
and
so talk
hopefully the
about
first of many.
so talk about the beginning aspect of that. Like, were there nerves? Was it mapped out pretty well? As you said, you can't prepare for everything, but
Yeah.
how was that process of finding a location, going through everything that you needed to do to actually get the keys for that particular location? Walk me through that process of that finality during that moment.
That's probably the biggest thing. That was our biggest learning curve, right? Because we've opened gyms as far as like a pre-sale status, right? So we've come in as an operator, as it's getting built out or whatever with the corporate world. So we know the sales process, we know the marketing, we know the operations side really well. So what we learned was everything else, and we jumped in head first. It was a crash course. But yeah, it was a roller coaster, man. It was a real learning curve. We had to figure stuff out real quick. And that's honestly, that's one thing I would recommend I would bring light to most new business owners, especially if we're going to have some kind of brick and mortar facility, is if you love whatever that thing is, if you know it and you're good at it, right? Like we know gyms, we've worked in them for so long. There's this whole other piece to it that's worth looking into and learning about.
Yeah.
When it comes to insurance, when it comes to negotiating leases, all kinds of stuff, like all the little nuanced stuff that you may not spend much time thinking about because you know your industry so well. I would say it was still fun. It was, Justin and I both like a challenge. We're both very competitive people. We're all about just making something happen. So it was fun figuring it out. We've learned a lot.
And mind you, I was in a boot.
That's
for
right.
the majority of the thing. I ruptured my Achilles.
Yep.
So I'm walking around on a scooter in a boot, we're lifting 500-pound plus piece of equipment, building this gym, mind you, with our own 4 hands. I'm carrying it with a boot. So look, it's about getting it done. And
we made it work. I'd put my back out. I'd be laid out for a couple of days, and he'd put his back out. We'd get some kids in for help to lift the heavy stuff. Like it was a roller coaster, man. But we got there.
That's wild. I know it's too late, but I wish I would have known you guys before then. I definitely would have came and brought my son over and helped you guys out as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Next one.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Sign me up. One thing that I noticed when I was at the facility is that beyond visiting your gym, it seems like there is an emphasis on culture and also wellness, and also something specifically for senior citizens, like, the section where you guys are working in different capacities, not just the training and workout. Can you guys kind of elaborate on the importance of adding that to your repertoire with the gym?
Perspective, I think that's really what the industry has turned to, and I want to say that we knew that was happening, but we didn't do it on purpose when we built the gym. It was just something that we felt the industry was missing. Right? Is all inclusivity, right? Holistic approach in that aspect, meaning you have recovery, right? High-end recovery, that's its own personalized space where you can come in and digress on the day, right? I mean, people work hard. They want to be able to feel like they have a moment to themselves where they're not sitting in the middle of the gym and getting grinded on by somebody with the elbows and the massage gun. Like, have your own private space. So the whole purpose was to create an environment where everything that you need to accomplish wellness-wise, fitness-wise, whatever that may be, is all in the same building. So you're not having to go to 3 or 4 different locations to accomplish that, right? So keeps from being hyper niche, but all inclusive.
Love that.
It was really, we kind of thought, like, what does the industry need? What do we think of high value in the industry? What don't we need? We don't want to compete with these big box gyms with 10,000 members and these massive clubs. So we were like you said, we're service based, we're results based. That's our first and foremost thing. What's important? One-on-one PT, group training. Those both things that are going to help people not ensure, but more help that they get results versus them doing something on their own. Right? Because that was the other thing. Over 80% of people in the gym don't see results after their first year because they don't have any programming. They don't know what to do. They just go and do the same thing. The body gets used to it. So that was our thing, is having those two and then having the recovery piece. So, someone's got an injury, they can come and do recovery. Then they can go sit up with a trainer, get a custom program made. Okay, cool. Now they got their strength back. Now they can go into group training. So it's kind of, you can flow in between all these things.
I heard you mention when I was there, and I also heard you mention during this interview, the word that my wife loves, bougie, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We talked about that. Yes.
So this is a question for the both of you, because I'm sure your answers may be different. If you were to describe CTZN Fitness as a car, what would the car be? What model? What brand of car would CTZN Fitness be, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough.
That's going to be a tough one.
Tough.
You're picking a very crazy thing here, because he might go a little bit. Where are you going to go?
I don't know. No, you know what? Maybe some kind of Audi, maybe even an Audi R8. But I'm just thinking, it's sleek, it's modern, and yeah, it's I don't know. I'm trying to equate it to a car, but I love an R8,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm equating it to that.
I'm going with the new Lexus GX.
There you go.
Ooh,
That should be
yeah.
right. Classy, stylish, off-road capabilities, handle all terrains. You know what I mean? It's got 4x4. It's a V8 in there.
Yeah.
Maybe even a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder with a little turbo built in. I don't know. Whatever package you want. But that's the thing, right? You can customize it to your abilities, just like CTZN Fitness. So I think maybe a Lexus.
Another question, knowing that you guys have this bond
Love it.
and you guys have worked together, and you maybe already have this, but from your workout styles, who would you, Justin, say that Luke is, from a nickname perspective, how he works out, and Luke, Justin, the same thing? What would be the nickname
Okay.
based
Really?
upon how he
Be
works
careful, our
out?
wives are listening.
Right.
Who is he like?
So you want us to equate it to a celebrity?
It can be a celebrity
or just
or
a nickname.
nickname that you come up with.
A nickname.
What would the nickname that you would like reference? Like, this is who.
All right, you can do it. I give you permission to say what you know you want to say.
I got one that just popped into my head right now. I'd call him the Weekend Warrior right now.
Yeah,
he knows how to train, but right now he's the Weekend Warrior.
100%. I can own that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he can train. Don't get me wrong. He knows how to move. Yeah.
They move real slow. No, I mean, I would call Luke honestly like the kamikaze man. I mean, this guy is chaotic in all aspects of life. Like, I mean, you talk about mountain biking, right? Like, you know, I know how to ride a bike. I'm decent on a bike. I mean, I don't know how to ride like you, but I'm decent on a bike. And this guy, dude, the way he charges a hill and the way he takes down a hill, I'm like, there's no way I would be dead. You would have to airlift me out of here. And then when he works out in the club, same thing.
I want to talk about the quote that's on the wall, right? A lot of times when you see guys that are successful, companies that are successful, they have a certain mission plan in place, right? And they have a certain mind frame. They have either morals, values, or principles. How important was it for you guys to agree with and come up with something that was viewable for everyone who came there so they can understand more about who you guys were and what you represented?
Right. I think it comes down to the sense of, like, you know, when you choose who you get into bed with, for a better lack of a term, right? You choose somebody who you got your back, right? Somebody who has the same morals, the integrity to it, and all that kind of stuff in business. And I can't say it enough times. We've been in this game long enough to know that, you know, smoke blowing and carrot dangling, as we call it, and all that nonsense that comes with it, like, we just don't have time for it between him and I. And that's the thing, is that the more direct and transparent you can be with yourself and as well as the business partner is very important. And I think that same thing applies to us with our clients here.
I'm going back and forth bouncing these ideals. Since we did kind of mention celebrity, but I want to go with superhero. Who would Luke be as a superhero? And Luke, who would Justin be as a superhero?
You're 0 for 1 right now. So
Which direction do I want to go with this? Superhero. Oh, this requires some deliberation.
Can we phone a friend?
Can
we do like that old game where you phone a friend or call a
friend? Yeah, right. You call our wives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be real, Ben.
Professor X is what I'd give him.
Me?
Yeah. Professor X. Don't make it weird. Don't ever say this again. Don't mention it out loud. He's a genius. You know, it's one of those things where you call it freaking frack, right? And that's the thing, is like, he's the calm in a lot of the senses where I'm chaotic. And that's the thing that, you know, Professor X is. He's smart, he's intelligent, takes a minute, takes it, digests it, regurgitates it, where I'm like the psychopath running around. You know, but again, there's a method to the madness. And I think his madness makes sense for what we're trying to do here. And it constantly keeps us turning forward. And it's just a compliment to what we do. So Professor X, and again, don't make it weird.
You know, that did actually cross my mind with Justin too, because the thing is, he wears all hats. He's great at talking with people. He's great at running things. Yeah, we have different styles, you know, like you said. I mean, was Magneto good for a while? Because he was a boss
He's
too.
still good.
Okay, well, let's go with Magneto. He's just a little more hardcore, right?
People going, you know, some more
let's call him that.
So just let the audience know where you guys are located, and also share your socials. And then obviously, you know, all your information will be in the description of, you know, the video and stuff like that as well. But just share a little bit about, you know, where people can follow you guys and how they can get in touch with you and some of the things you have going on as far as events.
So as far as where we're located, so we're off of Los Alamos and Hancock. So more 215 side. So if you're coming
in Murrieta.
So if you're coming south on the 215, just get off, take a right. We're in the same shopping center as Stater Bros and Chuck E. Cheese, which pretty much everybody knows. But it's 25100 Hancock Avenue, Suite 109. That's Murrieta, California, 92562. As far as contacting us, you know, our IG is CTZN _fitness. You know, you can always contact us through there and message us. Luke and I do actually run that, so you'll always get us, one or the other. As far as emails, if that's easier, the easiest one is info@ CTZNfitness.com, citizenfitness.com. And then phone number is 951-249-9010. We're generally always here. We don't pick up the phone. We do have a voicemail for you, so we'll definitely give people a call back within 24 hours. But that's the easiest way to see us. And obviously the fastest way, just come down here. Anybody of any fitness level, no matter what your quote unquote issue may be, or I can't do this because I have this going on in my fitness journey or life, or I got this disability, be very quick to tell you there's no disability, there's only the ability.
That's fantastic. No limitations, no limitations. Thank you guys so much for giving me some of your time. I know you guys are busy. I greatly appreciate it. But I definitely wanted to make sure that my audience and many others had opportunity to get more familiar with operators and owners of CTZN Fitness, and hopefully, more people come and join you guys, start their fitness journey with you as well. And more importantly, thank you guys for your intention that you're putting behind everything that you're doing with the fitness facility, and just the mindset and the culture and just the care behind it. That was something that stood out to me. And even coming in there, basically cold calling and coming into a facility wanting to work with you guys at whatever capacity, I just instantly felt like these are some really stand-up guys, and super cool, man. So I wish you guys nothing but continuous success, and whatever I can continue to do to help and highlight everything you guys are doing, I'm 100% on board. And yeah, thank you guys for coming on board, and we'll look forward to working and doing so much more together, brothers.
What's up, listener? You're here because you want to be motivated to take your life to the next level. Well, sometimes hard work isn't the answer, and what is the answer is a fresh perspective. And you can get that by picking up my book, Perspective, Rewire Your Brain for Success and Abundance, online. It's a quick read, and it'll get to the root cause of why you might be stuck where you are, and it'll help you break through the glass ceiling and reach untapped success. Pick it up on Amazon or wherever books are sold.